What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And today I'm going to switch things up a bit. We're going to take a break from the bird here. We've been, working on the sheet metal, getting the toe boards and the inner rockers. Got to repeat the process on this side, but I want to switch things up and work on the good old turd gen over there. Now, the car's running and driving, but I ran into an issue. I took it out for a spin on a very hot day. It was in the 90s, and everything ran good. The car didn't overheat, nothing, but my IATs hit 140, which, being a supercharged car, we don't want to get things that high. This car does not have water meth injection or anything like that. So what I gotta do is I gotta try and cool down those intake temps. Now, I did try and do a little foresight when building this car, and I do have actual functioning heat extractors in here. I also have 3/4 inch lines to the intercooler brick. It's reinforced. That's about a 2-gallon reservoir there. It's a dual pass bar and plate style heat exchanger in there. Now, I don't have any fans on it. Now, another thing I did is those turn signals are actually functioning, and they're designed to send air to the brakes. Well, I redirected it and I got it blowing the air into the engine compartment. It's hard to see, but right there is one of those ducts. Now, it does kind of blow past the intake. So how I'm going to try and go about this before I start getting crazy, spending big money on like water meth or a bigger reservoir, an ice tank, I'm going to build a functional cold air intake for this car. So I'm going to have to eliminate my windshield washer reservoir. Later on, I will relocate, well, not that particular tank, but I'll get an aftermarket unit and I'll find a spot in here. There's a lot going on in this engine compartment, but I'll find a spot and I'll put an aftermarket one in there so we can still have functioning windshield squirters. But I bought some material and I'm going to try and build a cold air intake in this area, and I already got the direct flow from that vent. Now we'll go to the back here. I do have some material. What you see here is just a chunk of aluminum. I got this little angle bracket that I am going to use to put some nut certs in. Got some rubber to go along the edge of it, and here I bought some plexiglass. I am going to try and make this where you can still see the actual filter in there. It might work, it might not. We're going to try. Let's see what we get out of it. Anyways, first step here is to start disassembling and start taking some measurements. We're going to make a cardboard template. Try and go from about, probably can't see that, bad lighting, but there's a little tab there. Try and go from that tab over, cut in. Well, after messing around with this for a while, I pretty much got my template right where I want it. You can see all my scraps there. Trimming, there was the first revision. But it sits pretty good. I got it notched for the intake to go in there. Now it's time to take it out, and we're going to transfer it over to a sheet of aluminum that I got here. It's a 1/16 inch thick. And there it is. We got a lot of cleaning up to do on these edges. I did screw up a little bit in here, but we'll fix that up. So I went ahead and got some work done off camera. You can see here I got the piece bent up. I got this rubber softener that I picked up off of Amazon. But nothing is fastened just yet. That's what I'm working with so far. Get out the glare. Simple 90, put the softener around the edges. Now, I'm gonna work on securing it. And probably can't see there, but there's a tab, so I'm just gonna run a self tapper right there. Call it good. I got this piece of angle that I picked up. I'm gonna cut a little piece off, pop rivet it here, self tapper right into there. Good enough. The rest of this, we're gonna cut little tabs and we're gonna put it right here. And then use that with some nutserts. We're gonna pop rivet it to here, but we're gonna use some nutserts to screw the lid down. Gonna have to work on making that next. Well, check this out. It looks like we're definitely getting somewhere. I went ahead and I used my template, transferred it over to the plexiglass, got that cut out, used my body saw. Do got some fine tuning to do around the tube, and I'm gonna do that with these little sanding discs, port and polish kit, because this has been left over sitting in my garage for years, ever since I actually hand ported the heads for this car myself. So other than making a mess, I'm gonna use these to tune this in. I just got to find some tools, get the arbor and my die grinder, and we're gonna go to town on it. That right there is the final fit for the plexiglass. It's looking really good around here. You can see all my marks I made for areas that I had to remove some material. Now it's time to come up with a mounting system here. And I'm pretty much the same way that I mounted the lower half of the box to the car. I had this sheeted little piece of angle. Right now I'm gonna drill a couple holes in it, and then I have some metric nutserts here, 10 mil. We'll put some nutserts in. This is the hardware I'm going to be using. That's the same hardware you see right there, just so it's symmetrical. Everything matches. And I'm going to drill this. I'm going to put my nutserts in first. Then I'm going to cut some pieces and I'll pop rivet them to the lower half. Now I'm only going to do 3. I'm going to do one right there, one right there, one right there. For this corner here, I'm actually, get this out of the way, this area here of the body, I'm just going to drill straight through, and I'm going to put a nutsert into the core support. That's going to give me 4 points to mount down on. And once I get that where I want it bolted down, I'm then going to make my mark, because right now the plexiglass is bigger than the box, so I do have to cut maybe a 1/4 inch all the way around here and here. Then I'll probably work on making a little beauty panel to go on top. Take another piece of that aluminum there and just make a little strip that goes around. 'Cause since this is going to be see-through, it'll hide the this angle iron, so you know it doesn't look as tacky. Well, sorry guys, you didn't miss much. My battery died, but all I did was drill some 1/4 inch holes to mount the plexiglass to the lower base, and now I started working on the beauty ring. Now I got a lot of chicken scratch going on here, but I'm pretty sure you guys can kind of figure out what I got going on. This whole center here is going to be cut out, and we're just going to go just like that all the way through, just to detail it up a little bit. I use this little hole saw to radius the edges. I'm going to use it to drill it out too. And then we'll start cutting this panel out. I'll line it up with this guy. Then I'll just transfer the holes over and then drill those out as well. Oh, there's the rough cut. Got some tweaking to do, but let's see how it looks. Oh, there you can kind of see the vision. It's a very tight fit there. That's why I didn't put in that. I didn't put this in. I'm going to take the base and I'm going to grind that edge down a little bit just so this can sit a little bit lower, but it looks pretty good. Now I got to do some filing, clean up all these edges. You can see there I didn't really get it to where it needs to be, but a good hour or two of sanding. And here it is. Here is the final product. You can see there, tiny bit of the hole is exposed. Same on both of these, and that is my fault. I did not anticipate the angle of the fender pushing the beauty panel forward versus the plexiglass. Oh well, it happens. You live, you learn. It's done. It does look good. There are some imperfections. As I said, I caused some, but some were also existing in the aluminum when I purchased it. It looks good, and I hope it functions as good as it looks. So tomorrow morning will be the shakedown day. I'm going to take it and I'm going to see exactly how low the IATs will be. Beforehand, I was pushing, 40 plus above ambient temperature. Ideally, from what I've researched and looked into, you want to be somewhere around 20, 30. So I'm trying to get closer to that number. It is hot. It's 12 o'clock at night. The garage has just got under 90 degrees, which is awesome. It's still really hot in here, but anyways, now that's done, I'm gonna call it a night. Tomorrow we'll pull the car out and give it a shakedown. But guys, as always, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And the next video, we're gonna get back on this bird here.